just a quick vlog on this next month. It's a universal credit vlog. This next month, a lot of people will be, well, anyone on universal credit will have those background noise, can't do anything about it. There is going to be about 20% deduction off the universal credit, and it applies this in September. So anyone that's now on 409 will get free on the basic 409 without JSA, without ESA and PIP. Anyone on the basic universal credit will only get 324 minus deductions of a loan and minus deductions of attachment to earnings if you got one. Most people have. So they'll be on about 250 quid a month, which means a lot of people now will actually this next month will be going to food banks because they won't be able to afford to eat. Because you only got 50 quid. 50 quid is 250. Is about 220 quid, and you've got about if you got attachment to earnings and a deduction for a universal credit advance loan, you'll be down to about 270. So you got 50 quid for anything like clothes or anything, or phone bill or anything. People will be proper skinned this next month because effectively this has been major problems. Plus with the fact with the empty shelves. That which is completely separate to the universal credit reduction, but they will combine because people who can afford to pay for food at supermarkets, many won't be able to get it because of the empty shelves, because of the driver shortage. So they can't, and this happened before the pandemic. Just before the pandemic started, the food banks couldn't get tinned food because there wasn't. Everyone stockpiled the food before the pandemic, so there was no tin food to donate for food banks, which many people rely on the tin food, one for the protein and the long shelf life on it as well, storage for like a month or just to get through it. But the tin food becomes scarce when people who can't pay, who pay for food at the supermarket and can't afford to pay, they can't. And those that donate food at the supermarkets and in the little the food bin, they won't be able to donate the food, the tinned food, because there won't be much available if the empty shelves and the driver shortage continues, which will coincide with people being reduced 20% of their universal credit, and those on the basic universal credit will be the hardest hit. Those on universal credit, ESA and PIP will still get something. It'll still be 20% deduction, but it'll still be enough to live on. But if you're on just a basic universal credit on 324, minus deduction for your advance loan payment, and then a minus deductions again for your attachment to earnings, and you'll be paying that. You'll be paying your budgeting loans, if you've got budgeting loans, advance loans from universal credit that you may have borrowed on 409 that you would have to be paying back on 324, which means you'll struggle, proper struggle. So this next month is going to be proper chaos at universal credit. Well, the people that are on universal credit on basic minimum universal credit, and it is good. I get comments saying it won't happen. It's going to be proper chaos. Because it's taking 20% off the poorest people in the country who can't afford to have 20% deducted from them. Not on 324. Okay, their bills are paid for, but they've still got a phone bill, they've still got clothing to pay for. They've still got outstanding bills that anyone usually would have an outstanding bill, even when you're working. That is not accommodation based. Could be a car payment, could be a car insurance payment, could be anything. They will proper struggle. And food banks, there'll be people queuing at food banks. But unless the shop shelves get full, and that snowballs into the driver shortage, and there's not enough drivers, and there's companies now paying £1,000, £2,000. That's not code.